right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Well, onto this one, trouble looms as the Apex Court, the Supreme Court, finally laid down its judgment over the redesign of new Naira note and then how the old Naira note will be legal tender till 31st of December 2023. All right, and then meanwhile, Daily Post on his own part is making us understand that stage is set for Supreme Court's judgment on cashless policy. Well, according to what had been gathered by Daily Post, it had been said that the stage is now fully set for judgment delivery by the Supreme Court in a suit brought against the federal government on the controversial Naira redesign and the cashless policy. Well, meanwhile, it has been said that 16 states or the Federation instituted the suit to challenge the legality or otherwise of the policy. Well, onto this Daily Post correspondent noted that the suit spearheaded by Kaduna, Kogi, and the Zamfara state has been slated as the first case of the court's list for final verdict. Justice John Inyang Okoro, who led a seven-man panel of justices of the court, had on February 22nd fixed Friday for the court to make its decision known on the matter. As of the time of this report, the Supreme Court main room where the judgment is to be handed down has been filled up by retinue of lawyers involved in the matter and the representatives of the states. Besides that, our correspondent also noted that security has been beefed up both within and then outside the court. All those seeking to access the courtroom are being frisked by security operatives to prevent security breaches. Similarly, about 25 senior advocates of Nigeria, SAN, representing various parties, have arrived at the court. The 16 states led by Kaduna, Kogi, and the Zamfara are praying the Apex Court to void and set aside the policy on the ground that it is inflicting hardship on innocent Nigerians. They accused President Muhammadu Buhari of usurping the function of the Central Bank of Nigeria in the introduction and the implementation of the policy and then asked that the directive issued by Buhari be voided. On its part, the federal government challenged the jurisdiction of the Apex Court on the ground that the CBN was not joined as a party and that the dispute on the policy ought to be directed at the Central Bank of Nigeria so that the suit can be referred to the Federal High Court. All right, and then as it stands, no, we've all gotten what exactly is going on. This is so serious. Naira redesign, real reason I approved CBN policy. And then meanwhile, onto this, Buhari had actually made us understand why he approved the Central Bank of Nigeria's policy on Naira redesign. And then onto this, President Muhammadu Buhari has apologized to Nigerians over the Naira redesign policy. And then according to him, it wasn't introduced to cause hardship, but to boost the economy. In October 2022, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, announced the plan to redesign the change of the Naira. And then right now, it had been gathered that the old Naira note remains legal tender till December 31st, 2023. And this had been said by the Supreme Court. All right, my people. I know a lot of people will be like, what kind of game are these people playing? Well, this is exactly what we are getting right now on our channel. Well, onto this one, it had been gathered that the Supreme Court on Friday ordered that the old Naira note must remain in circulation till December 31st this year. Meanwhile, the Apex Court ordered the Central Bank of Nigeria to allow both the old naira notes and the new ones to circulate side by side till the end of this year 2023. All directives issued by President Muhammadu Buhari in respect of the naira redesigning and then circulation were voided and then set aside on grounds of illegalities and then abuse of executive powers. Meanwhile, the Apex Court took a swipe at President Buhari for disobeying its interim order of February 8th to the effect that the old naira is allowed to be in circulation. Meanwhile, Justice Emmanuel Akomaya Ajim held that the president exhibited and took the disobedience to the highest peak with his broadcast of February 16, in which he allowed only 200 naira notes alone. Well, and meanwhile, the Apex Court had made it clear that this old naira note will remain legal tender till December 31st, 2023. And right now, a lot of people have been like, yes, so we already know their game plan. What they were actually fighting for was to stress the people so that they can gain a lot of votes. And right now the presidential election is gone, and this is what we are getting. Well, we don't need the CCR to tell us what is going on anyway. Well, and it has been said that if Buhari and his party, if they are actually working for Nigerians, they wouldn't in the first place have made that happen. They wouldn't have given that kind of order. Well, meanwhile, some set of people are still complaining that the money is not yet in circulation, but I think it's far better than the way it was. Well, this is serious. Well, any which way, any which way, we just all have to, thank God for where we are right now. Now the election is past, and right now another development will come up. Either we like it or not, we will take it the way it is. Yes, I pray that God will put everything in a better shape, because as it stands right now, talking about the naira redesign, they have made us understand why they made that change to the old naira note, of which to majority of people it was just a kind of suffering. The suffering was too much, to the extent that a lot of people were like, why in the first place would you have to change or redesign the naira notes that had caused hardship? Initially, they were telling us that because of for security reasons, so that they will be able to capture the bandits and the rest of them. But to our surprise, even when the naira new redesigned new naira note was so scarce, the same bandits were having it. They were even making jest of you all that, see, oh, the new naira note wey now they suffer for, we get time here. So who is now deceiving who? I beg you. Well, my brother, my sister, this is exactly what it is. So on to this one. Right now, it's a good news that the old naira note will remain legal tender till end of this year 2023. So what's now the heck? What is the headache? Waiting can't be the stress. I beg you. All right, meanwhile, let me have your own take, my people, on this. And remember to subscribe for more updates if you are new on this channel. All right, thanks and God bless.